because...
It's fun. We don't get better at things by not doing them.
Yeah, and even though I think I actually have dyscalculia, that does not fucking mean I'm going to stop trying.
That's the spirit.
I didn't let my ADHD stop me from trying in school, and look at where I've ended up so far.
That's the spirit.
So, that's 15, right? I mean, I measured wrong. No, I measured right through all of the auras! All of the aura! I measured correctly!
Order!
Aura. Oh, same number. Perfect. I don't need to redo.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Don't take too long, I say as he already set down his headset.
Too late.
So, Jade, what are you doing while you overhear all this?
Work?
How's that going?
Good. I'm in this one class with a bunch of second years, and they're all pretty much done with everything. So I seem like way smarter than all of them. Like, so we're working on our certificate of analysis.
Uh-huh.
She sent out this, like, scathing email that was like, your questions are so dumb. I sent you, like, references on, like, how to, like, talk about this stuff. Why would you ask? And then she responds to the questions I had sent and was like, these are amazing questions, thank you. Oh, gosh.
That'd be nothing but an ego boost for me.
Yeah, a little bit. And you're the only one in the class that cares.
I know that feeling.
Hope you don't have to do a group project, man.
Eddie, you back for the best for last?
Yeah, I have been.
Cool.
Talking.
Con save does not make it.
Uh-oh. Wait, you already rolled that one.
No, I didn't.
You rolled for, 0 constitutions.
I made a mistake, remember? And I said, ignore the second one, or ignore that last one.
Oh. Oops. Oh well. Anyway, doesn't matter. Team Rocket goes blasting off again. My
So-
lady! Catch!
As her... Do you want the paladin to actually say that?
Yeah.
As the force catches the wings of the Sarah, you hear her scream bloody murder as she knows where she's headed. And just Titania gets up, grabs her by the base of her wings, and just leans over and whispers in her ear,
Oh, mine darling, I have a much better fate for you.
as she just looks, as this angel just looks with terrified horror, as Titania grabs the back of her head, hoists her into the air, and, Kaylin, you're alive, right?
Yeah.
Want to roll me perception?
Alright.
I'm alive too now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you can roll me perception too.
I love public executions.
Mood.
Oh, you want to remember that was usually splash them?
I wasn't gonna miss it.
So, so you both look, and
Kampai!
everyone in the room knows the familiar glow that starts to come from Titania's fingertips and into the angels. None of you in this court today thought things were going to get to this escalated point. As you just hear the angel scream louder and louder, her body shatters into so many little burning embers. You never thought you'd witness the execution of gods.
Bonfire lit.
Titania actually just obliterated her very soul. Obliteration is the only true way to kill a celestial.
I and thinking whether or not that stains the floor. I hope it doesn't. Someone has to clean that up.
So yeah, public execution. And now it is that every single angel except those who are affected by stun conditions are not just terrified, they're horrified.
So
Enough to,
moving
like,
any
back
closer to the
away?
queen.
Moving any closer, given an opportunity, they're running. Given an opportunity, they're not even running. They are going to attempt to fly as far away as physically possible. Because dying on the battlefield is one thing. Being obliterated is another thing. It's being returned to nothing. It's being cast into the void, and there is nothing left. You can't resurrect something that's been obliterated. You can't reincarnate something that has been obliterated. You can't do anything with something that's been obliterated. There's not even anything for death to come and pick up.
They fly in a non-magical way, right? It's because they have wings?
Yeah, they physically have wings.
Damn.
You were just gonna try and fucking ground them all. Just be like, anti-magic. Get on the ground.
Every one of these paladins knows to spell magic. And I just start blasting.
But yeah, no.
Alright.
Obliteration ain't something great. So is that the end of the No, there's still more paladins that can paladin.
There are still many more paladins.
You're just gonna play ping pong with all of them.
No, because they're about... so this one will move over... over here. This one moves over here.
And this bottom one, like, move.
Yeah. No, he'll move alright. And this one will also spend 100 points of lay on hands on Yali. This one will also turn into a tree.
Tree! What was the symbol I used? For becoming tree? Oh yeah.
Whatever you have on this guy.
Angle wing.
Angle wing.
Twee!
And then we'll move over here and cast Steel Wind Strike on every as a bonus action because he is now a tree on all 4 of these targets.
I thought it hit 5 times, or is it just up to 5?
Up to 5 targets.
Okay.
Yeah, it does not hit. Yeah, it does not hit 5 times. It hits up to 5 creatures.
Does that mean Aurelia auto fails?
Well, it's a hit, so that would be an advantage.
Right.
So not particularly, no.
So shoot your shot.
All right. This one I'll do Aurelia's first because it's gonna be the advantage. Oh, that's a crit!
Woo! Are there any extra add-ons that get added on top of that, or is it just
No
87?
That would just be 87, and then does 21 hit?
Hold on, let me get the thing for Aurelia first.
Okay. These heralds, they only have a AC of what, 17?
I think you told us last time. I know you told us something, if I recall.
Yeah, it's 17. I thought it was 17. I wanted to double check and not lie to you. I did not want to lie.
Well, do not lie in the diary. Yummy. Alright, did you get all the info you needed?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I did. I also half zoned out. 21 hits, right?
21. Well, that's my question to
I don't
you.
know.
I said words and I knew what I meant.
Okay.
It's
so we'll do this
17.
Same, second verse, same as the first.
You don't
left
roll
to
it.
right, top to bottom.
You don't roll it 3 times, right? Or do you?
I roll it 2 more times.
Okay, roll it 2 more times.
Ooh.
Does not hit.
Not advantage, misses. 22 hits.
Roll the 22.
37.
So we got 25 and 37.
25, 37, and this one just dodged.
Yo, dodge! Sick dodge, bro! Bum, 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 bum.
So, quite honestly, I would have cast Wall of Thorns if Rebel didn't move in and out of the green square.
It's all good.
Yeah. I don't want you to have to, go around it. Or through it.
Yeah. Alright, those damage numbers are in.
Alright. All that's left is these two. Oh! Never mind. So they're both going to, move close. This one is going to attack Aurelia with, their sword. So, the Binky, and does a 30 hit?
Throwing these things. Yes.
For 18 damage plus the smite, and now also use a 5th level spell slot to Divine Smite. That's 31, 36. 31, 36, 36 divided by 2 is 18. So 18 plus 18 is 36. So for 36 damage.
For 36 damage.
Yes.
The paladin strikes her, and she falls to her hands and knees.
And will attack one more time. Does a 22 hit?
You trying to execute her?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah. To do that, wouldn't you... Fair enough, but to do that, wouldn't you have to do, like, what is it, half her health in the negative?
Well, you said she fell to her knees, not she's down.
Wait, is she down?
She's down. She's on her hands and knees.
Well, no, is she down to 0?
She's down to 0. That's what I meant.
Then she's dead.
Yeah.
Well,
You made it sound like she was living, not.
she's not. She's down to 0. She's not dead.
Well,
Yeah,
well, usually
I
enemies
know
don't
how
get
it
saving
normally
throws.
works. I'm fully aware.
Okay, so then, hell yeah, he's gonna keep attacking her.
Yeah, fail those death saves.
Oh, no. Actually,
It has
Screw
to
that.
be half her health in the negative in one turn, right?
no, from one attack.
From one. Okay.
Well, that's usually what That's usually what. I have a better idea.
Do you?
I do. At least I think so. So she's still stunned. She's down but not out, right? So forget that attack. He's going to go for a grapple instead and grab her.
And she's still stunned.
Or like apprehend her, yes.
And the 0 HP doesn't get rid of status effects, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, she would be, like, unconscious, which would be a status effect of itself.
Yeah, she'd be unconscious, which supersedes stun.
Done. Yeah, which is like a super stun.
Yeah, but you can't be both stunned and unconscious.
Yes, that is exactly correct.
Yeah. Broken skull. She's unconscious. Unconscious among us.
Strongest among us. Alright, and,
It's literally called broken
So-
skull. I don't know what broken skull is supposed to represent.
Alright, so this one here will cast Ice Storm.
I too have that spell. It's a fun spell.
And I wanted it right here.
Right. Where's the center?
This point I'm pointing to here.
Draw shape.
There you go.
Oh,
Thank you.
No
That is now the
problem.
Ice Storm symbol. So everything here must make a 18 DC Dexterity save.
everything where? Ping?
In a 20 foot. So basically, all of these guys here to all of these guys here. So these 2, these 4, and these 10. So all 16 of these enemies.
Have to beat a DC 18?
Yep.
What would a half damage be?
Half of these damages.
So half of 18, right? 4 and 14?
Well, yeah, it would be 2 and then 7, so 9.
What? 4... Oh, okay, yeah, you're separating that. I just added them together and then divided by 2. Yeah, I don't think there's anybody who's gonna instant die from that.
Well, no, but it does turn the whole area into difficult terrain.
Right. Well, there is one person. That person just turns frozen solid.
I imagine Shakalin just like sees this sculpture of an angel and just tosses his jacket on it like it's a coat rack.
dexterity save, right?
Yeah.
For the 3 Sarah Angels up top. 1, 2, 3.
Alright.
Only one makes it.
That one in the middle is also going to have to do a con save for,
Concentration.
the, concentration. And that would be 18.
Well, it's 18 damage, right?
Yes, so an 18 DC con save.
But the damage being done is 18.
Yes.
Dead.
So, oh, cool. Ow,
Well,
it should have
never mind.
concentrated better.
You should have conned at a higher rate. Oh. And then we got minus 18. I could have done that without the calculator. And then this one takes only 8 damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a success!
So many numbers!
Alright, we're gonna do the 3, 6, 9 Sarah, Heralds of Futh. Wait. I'm learning. Dex, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And then one for another Sarah Angel.
Yeah, I'll get to that in a second. So, the first one fails, right?
Mm-hmm.
Takes 18 damage. Second one fails. Takes 18
Yep.
damage. Making a lot of statues here. Takes 8 damage. Survives. Nope, that's not the scroll bar I wanted you to do. This one takes the full 18. Takes only 8. Now we're up to number 12. Survives. 18 succeeds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it meets it. Alright. That survives. Unfortunate.
17 is a failure.
Yeah. Too bad it managed to hit one that apparently somehow has never been hit before. Don't ask me where this one's been the entire battle.
Out
but-
of range. This whole
Yeah, out of range has a very different definition in this fight.
Yeah, so, like, you know how you said that there's, like, tables with, like, wine and fruit all over the place?
Mm-hmm.
I imagine he just took some of that and just snuck off for a bit. He's like, oh, wait, everyone's fighting.
Damn, y'all still here?
Guys, I thought we won already.
Then the last one is a fail. And then let's get that Sarah in there. Dex. Fail. Uh, 18. Again, I've done that calculation. Why did I need to do it again? And then these just 2 at the bottom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Boop. Boop. Half damage is 8 for the 11th billionth time, right?
Mm-hmm. 9.
Yeah. Alright. All the values are in. The terrain is frozen.
Go palindromes. And 2 of them get their spell slots back, right?
Yeah, but quite honestly, I don't think anybody's been keeping track of the spell slots of the multiple paladins.
Haha. Yeah, who would do that? That'd be crazy.
Alright, Ed. If you can remember who's killed and who hasn't, you can restore those slots respectively.
Does that also count for their lay on hands?
I mean, if it takes a
This
spell
one-
slot, then yeah,
this
it'd be
one
restored.
killed.
It'd be restored if they killed.
Well, it'd be a class feature like my key points.
Yeah, no, it would be restored.
All right.
So there's this one that did it, this one, and then I think
This one.
there's one more that
So,
did it because there was 3 that
This
actually
one,
got killed.
this one, I want to say this one, and this one have all killed this turn.
Alright, then do that.
And then this one.
Is that the last of the paladins?
Ah, that's the last of their turns, yeah.
Mhm.
We come on to the turn of
You could pick them to,
of
Come on,
my
come on. You could do it.
failing.
Ah, coward.
if you could pick them to like this line, that'd be great.
What?
If you can.
I'm still gonna do meteor strike. There's enough of them that it still is not worthless.
I mean, they are probably going to run away.
Yeah, but my turn's before then. Hold on 1 second. Well, continue what you're about to do.
Also, why wouldn't you just, like, put it, like, I don't know, here? Yeah, here's your spot.
Alright, so my mom said something. Where's my spot?
Right here. You'll get 40 feet of pretty much everyone here, including what's her name. Except, you're not gonna get her, so don't bother. So just do it here instead.
Okay.
I would like to... do you think it would be any extra to, well, okay, first things first, I'm going to turn to, Titania, be like, my queen, do you want her head?
And she'll kind of just like cock an eyebrow at you. Her mind's a little bit somewhere else at the moment. So like, you kind of snapped her back to reality for a second. And it's like, who, what?
Oop, there goes gravity.
Yeah, she snaps her fingers and gravity goes away. It's like, whee!
Whee! Now we're all flying.
Now we all can fly.
Now it's lawbreakers.
But just imagine, oh yeah.
Aww.
It's a shame how just some games aren't good enough to survive.
Yeah. And some games are lawbreakers.
Yeah, not good enough to survive.
The game was so good.
Does it ever hurt that, like, that game didn't survive, but Fortnite is apparently the greatest thing since sliced bread?
No. It doesn't hurt. Some things are just marketed well, and other things are just lawbreakers.
Oh.
So anyway... Yeah. So, I just looked at her for a response.
And you kind of just get the, like, huh? What are we talking about? Oh, yeah, there's still, like, the really confused, oh, I zoned out for a second kind of face.
Would you like to execute her?
Ah! Yes. Bring the traitor here.
And, so, when a creature is grappling, their movement speed, I believe, goes down. So, what I will do is I will use a key point to use Step of the Wind.
Oh boy. Step of the wheel.
To dash through all of these fellas. Grab her and then head all the way.
I'm imagining you're just toadstooling on people's heads.
I mean, like, I could. I'm a monk. So let's see. So it's 30 feet, 140. So, step through here. If you want to roll them any attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, sure. If you tell me how many of them get it.
3.
3 Sarah Angels and.
Yep. However,
Any of those hit besides obviously the crit?
So yes, however, since they are all surrounded by paladins that have their, reactions, all 3 of them are going to, one of them will use, one of their reactions to, use Sentinel, turning that, oh god, I forget who's, but anyway, Sentinel to throw disadvantage on that attack.
You
Mean,
perform the work.
meaning none of them hit.
Okay.
And then I will use my action to grab her. It would be an action for this, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Action to grab her. Instead of an attack, so that would be 31. And then move her over here with me.
You ever just walk up and snatch another person from someone's hand?
So, like, literally with, like, a tundra of... I guess not even tundra, but, like, with a slipstream after being surrounded by people, Yali's just gonna like dash past all of them, grab Aurelia by the hair, and then just be kneeling in front of Titania with Aurelia's head just pushed into the floor.
Just grinding her face across the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Just using her to mop the floor.
Mm-hmm. Past like everyone here too.
Any more you say to that?
She's asleep.
Oh, she just goes straight to sleep?
Yeah, she's like kneeling down and needs a little drunk nap. Just like still kneeling, still holding her head into the floor. Just
there's so much fucking Remy energy coming from this goddamn character.
I literally only play 2 types of characters, and this is one of them.
Samson's and Remy's.
Yes. You're starting to get it.
Oh my
So,
fucking
constantly
God.
drunk and aiming to be constantly drunk.
Pretty
No.
much.
A lot of my other characters don't drink. Or didn't drink of their own volition.
The only reason Remy never drank
It's
or
'cause
never
Remy's too dumb to
Remy
do
was
literally
too fucking
anything.
stupid to do anything other than be a dog. Remy was too dumb to even have a confirmed gender. Nobody knew. No.
Gender's not a concept in the wild.
Yeah. And of course, she had the luck of the draw of going to a monk temple, being found by monks. So of course nobody was gonna be peeking up her skirt. God, it was monks, not the
Best
church.
character. I still love that the genie gave meat-flavored ice cream.
Stop reminding me of the good times that'll never come again.
I see how it is.
No, you don't.
We're here making new good times.
That is very
And-
true. Oh my God! If Shay and Jade were in that campaign,
Oh, that would have been
Oh.
awesome.
that would have been fucking great. I don't think Will would have been able to handle Shay's questions though. He could barely
definitely.
handle mine.
I don't know what you're talking about. I asked very reasonable, legitimate questions.
Yeah, at about 20 an hour.
Who is this speaking?
I like how I got 2 very different kinds of responses.
Anyway. So, yeah, no. Titania kind of, like, notices you falling asleep, kind of smiles, moves your hand, picks up the guy, and just, like, picks her up like a wet shirt. Like, by the shoulders.
I died twice this combat. I'm a little sleepy.
And well, you're a little sleepy. I don't know. Shikaela, you paying attention to this? You want to roll perception?
She's been looking since she, like, burned that angel to death.
Oh, okay, just straight staring. And you just see her holding her up like a wet shirt with one hand. She releases the other, and you just hear. Just starts slapping her on the cheek a little. No, wake up! It is not time to sleep. And Aurelia just starts opening a very beaten, very battered eye. It's like, this was not as easy as you would have thought, huh, my dear? Maybe next time you should plan better. Oh, wait! And as soon as she goes to lay her hand on Aurelia's face, Aurelia, too beaten, battered, and weak, from outside of the court, an object comes hurling in at a blinding pace. It's like a professional baseball pitch. And it comes sailing across the room. and smashes into what's left of the back of Oberon's throne, and you hear a cracking of bone. Like some kind of bone just splintered into a bunch of pieces.
I'm still asleep. No, I'm kidding. I'll wake up.
Well then, roll me perception, both of you.
Okie dokie.
I just clicked something else. Hold on, where my page loads.
Too bad. I can perceive.
I am attempting as my page is slow.
Man, is this what it's like having high perception?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is this what it's like to be Hyala?
We both got the same number!
Yeah.
So,
Is this what it's like to not be
mentioned
Hyala?
I rolled 17, 17.
Yeah, they... So anyway. So, Shikalan, we'll start with you. You look at this thing now sitting in Oberon's throne, and you understand what it is, but you're having a hard time understanding what it is. Meanwhile, Fei Ling, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Okie dokie.
We're wisdom-based characters. This is fun.
So,
Can I add the +4 from the paladins?
you know, adding the +4 from the paladins wouldn't help
It
you.
wouldn't. No, it wouldn't.
He rolled a 20, Jade. He's fine.
I'm not fine.
Well, you're gonna get over it.
25.
Of course it was.
So,
If only I'd given these paladins one more charisma.
if only. Titania looks over, and she kind of just straight face drops Aurelia. And in the chair
Oh.
is a one-horned and one broken-nubbed head of the former king of the Eladrin.
Bad. Tragic.
I just vomit.
As all the angels in the room get a little bit of save back their horror and fear. And Titania kind of turns her attention, still just straight-faced, back to the front of the chamber. And you just hear the click of heels as Soon walks back into the chamber, much more ruffled up and dirtied than she would ever like to be in her life. And she kind of just looks around the court.
What's left of it?
Yeah, and she's just surveying. And she just... leave a bunch of monkeys to do a god's job.
And they turn your familiar back into an egg, and it's really rude of them.
As she just takes out a brush and starts brushing her hair. You're free to make a move if you want.
Who's you, in this case?
The two-player characters.
As in like a battle move? Because mine is quite actually
like another
chill.
turn?
No, whatever the hell you want to do.
Bomb the field. Kill the thing. I cast Meteor Strike.
It's still technically Fei Ling's turn.
So close. Well,
now I
yeah,
got it,
I mean,
Fei
I used everything on my turn. So, would you consider this another turn? Since the two of us are going to go like immediately right now?
Well, if you have nothing left that you can do, then I suppose all your options would be roleplay or movement.
Oh, I'm out of that too, so it's just roleplay.
Can I hit her with a meteor? Can you put
Yeah,
a token
my
of her
turn's over.
in the field? I know it's my turn.
I'm still like dazed and throwing up from seeing Oberon.
You can probably put them back together. I'll just learn True Resurrection and then it'll be fine. Where can you?
Well, you need to have the rest of his body.
No. I said True Resurrection.
We'll say
Anyway.
she's standing somewhere in there. That's not an appropriate
Yeah,
color.
I also have Regenerate. It's fine. These are very small problems.
We'll
She's
say
standing in the entryway?
Yeah.
Yeah, start of my turn since Rebel's done. Still.
I'm just vomiting rainbows.
Yeah, so
But they're sad
Oh.
rainbows.
I am going to Meteor Swarm.
At what level?
It's 9th level. I can't upcast that.
Yeah, 12th level.
Cast at 9th level?
Oh my god, look at all those 6s!
Nice. And only 3 ones.
Yeah!
I'm trying to see where's. Ooh, so many nice
I also
sixes.
move out of the way. I'm not gonna get hit by my own thing.
So you cast them where they're supposed to go?
You see the new circle? The new X's, I mean? And that one circle.
I see 3 X's where there have been X's for a while.
Yeah, I did those on Rebel's turn because that's when it was relevant to do them.
So, like, this X and
Yeah,
this
those
X.
3 X's and then this.
Alright, who's getting hit?
Everyone within 40 feet. I'm moving out of the way myself.
Steps back.
Yeah.
It's like, oops, miscalculated.
Am I still out of the way? I am not in the right thing.
Honestly, like, these 2 alone just hit, like, everyone that isn't next to a paladin.
Yeah.
So, why don't we start with the one in quadrant 1 first? Where's the limit on that?
The last one that gets hit, like, it gets these guys. This is,
This is it.
yeah, this guy is the last one that gets hit. So it gets all of them.
Everybody short of this
Yeah.
40-foot line gets hit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
'cause it's
everything not in the
way
blue quadrant on this side will get hit, and then everything over here.
I kind of hope I burn Soon's hairbrush.
I mean, she's over here somewhere.
Yeah.
No,
and-
yellow square.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey!
So let me see if I'm counting this right. In quadrant 1 and quadrant 5, right? The only enemies that are there? No exceptions?
Yeah.
I can't control who gets hit, except I can, and I didn't.
So what's the half damage? What's the half-life of this damage?
Alright.
50, it's 156, so half of that will be 78.
Dead, reduced to ashes, reduced to ashes. You get to stay, reduced to ashes. 78, you said?
Yes.
Reduced to ashes, reduced to ashes. Alright. Now we only have to make 2 rolls. What's the roll?
DC 21 dex.
Yep. Failed.
What's the whole damage?
132. Yeah, you said 132, right?
132. 152. 156. 156.
Reduced to ashes. And this one. Gotta get the right tab. That fails, right? Yeah.
Yeah, 21.
And it's 156.
Mm-hmm.
Reduced to asses.
No, lives. Now, let's go from quadrant 6, green and red. Who all is getting hit? Just do me a measurement line down of everywhere.
It's going to be everyone.
So, basically, here and to the right. That's my right. Alright. I know I already asked this, but what's the half-life?
86.
Half-life's 86?
Wait.
I hadn't done that. Had it.
86 is 7 is... Oh, why can't I remember? 76.
76. Okay. Reduced to ashes.
70. God.
That ice storm became a slippery slide.
$78.
It's counting a few numbers. It's not like... If it's that close, I'd be stopping and being like, let's get a real check. But it's not that close. 78... Yeah, also reduced to ashes. Look at that, now I only have to do 2 checks.
I assume I can do something as a bonus action. Well, I know I can, I'm not assuming.
Dex. Crit fail.
That guy hella failed. He ran into the meteor.
Take me away! She runs into the meteor. So, full damage is what again?
156.
Reduced to ashes. Reduced to ashes. Anything else?
Yeah, when my character sheet loads the spells, I will let you know. Okay. Because I just have to check what's a bonus action real quick. Okay. There's some... Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cast this one, right? The healing word. I'm going to upcast healing word.
Oh, what about those other 2 meteors? There were 2 others that landed, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
They didn't hit anyone else because people moved. But I need to just have 4 things, so. Well, it hits soon, by the way. The last X did.
Yeah,
So.
it would also hit in this square area, so...
You want me to act that out?
Go for it.
Okay. So, she kind of just hears the meteors coming down and is still brushing her hair. And she kind of just looks up at the one that's about to land. And she just lets out a very tired sigh, just... And she drops the brush and just goes, clapping her hands together, and well, what is it exactly called? I know what I'm thinking. I can't remember the exact name of it. Shield of Invincibility? No, it's the one where you make a dome that can only be destroyed by a spell of equal level.
What level is that spell? Because this isn't my highest level.
She's casting it at a god's level, so 12th level.
Okay, sure. Just flex like that. That's fine. Dusty old bitch. Anyway.
But you know the spell I'm roughly getting at, right, Ed?
Yeah.
It's Shield
Dome.
of...
Whatever. Point is, it's invincible.
Dome of
Fine.
Invincibility or Immortality...
No one cares about the specifics. We're gonna be on this for like 5 minutes if that's the case. No offense.
Yeah, as long as at least one person knows the spell I'm getting at, because I can't remember it off the top of my ass.
What about the
That's a
bottom?
term.
The bottom is for being certain about things.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't show on my guy's face, but on the inside he does let off a ugh. But whatever. And then he casts Healing Word as an 8th level spell.
Oops.
She is still gonna restore his spell slots, right?
She will if you get her attention. Right now, her gaze is a little fixed on the broken chair.
Ah, that's fine. I'm not gonna push it. I'm still gonna upcast.
She's kind of a little like...
Really? Okay, yeah, no, that's fine.
As you might imagine.
Well, my guy didn't notice, but I assume since he walked past, he probably sees.
Well, you see, it's just you don't... It's in your eyes, it's in your brain. Your brain's just not processing it yet.
Trauma hits differently sometimes.
Yeah, also he lost his fluff ball. He's still gotta, like, fix that. Not saying that the team is less important, but that can be fixed with spells he has.
It's a phoenix!
I know, but it still requires time and effort, and he was attacked.
I think... Not gonna lie, I think you might be missing the priorities.
When have I
Little.
ever had the right priorities?
I'm not
No.
gonna answer that. I'm not gonna
Check out
answer
us.
that because
Check out
I
us.
can't genuinely think of an answer that isn't going to sound like I'm being sassy to Eddie. And out of respect to you, I'm...
Yeah, why do you...
No, I mean like the level of sass I would give Eddie. And out of respect to not
Oh.
knowing you very long at all, I'm not going to hit you with that kind of sass.
I will. Never.
So,
Got him.
Kalen, even though he healed himself, he's gonna ask, who's ever listening, you okay? Need some water?
You just ask the egg if you're okay and you need some
No,
water?
not the egg. To like
egg.
both the queen and Malin, who was just throwing up. You good? You Gucci?
Let the record
Clearly
show she mispronounced the name. I have never mispronounced the name.
You have never pronounced the name.
I have. Fei Ling is her name.
You have never pronounced the name.
That is her name, is it not? Is it not written
No.
right there? I'm looking at the character sheet. It's written right there.
I don't think so.
It's a name. Miss
But anyway-
Fei Ling. That is how you would say that.
I'm sorry,
You
what?
good? You Gucci? You like need some
Who?
water? It's a question for both you guys to answer.
It's not a question at me. I'm gonna let Eddie answer that one first.
Oh my
Good
God.
answer! Good answer! And Titania kind of like looks at you slowly. You just see in her eyes, they're just like glazed over. Like they're as if they were made out of porcelain. As opposed to being an eye.
An issue that this guy can't solve. Gotcha. Well,
Not gonna lie, had you just picked up the Phoenix egg and just been like, can I offer you an egg in this trying time?
No.
That would have been hilarious.
And
What
second
I
of
mean-
all, he's still holding the egg. Like,
Anything else?
no, that's all my stuff.
That's all your stuff?
Yep. Because I only got one bonus action.
So as the... Actually, can you have more than one bonus action?
No.
Oh, okay.
Nothing specifies it. Nope. Or are you giving me an extra one? Because then I can do stuff. Is that you thinking it over?
Be thinking about something. The back of my fucking head's starting to hurt. Ow.
That's what thinking does to you.
Oh, that's what the stupid fucking vaccine does. It makes everything in your head, everything in my head hurt. I didn't even know I had muscles on the top of my skull. I didn't know anything
like
was
we're
fucking...
going here.
I hate you so much.
Drink some water.
I have been!
Drink some fire.
Houston, we have liftoff. You are green to go.
You mean I get another bonus action?
Not you.
That was the only question I asked, otherwise my turn is done.
I also got asked questions, but they just weren't verbal. I'll be right back. Think about what you want to do.
Not die would be preferable.
Smart.
But considering that she has 12th level casting, I don't think that's, up to me.
Just kill first.
I tried. She's just like, no fam, I can't dispel magic that high.
Oh.
For two reasons. One, I use my only 9th level spot, and two, she's casting higher than 9.
Hmm.
And 9 is my max.
Yeah, that's the thing about 9th level spells, is they're the max that a mortal person can cast.
Which, technically, they're above mortals, but they're
Yeah.
not Oberon.
You know, at least like a deity would be able to cast higher. Kind of what they do.
Or, somebody who managed to reach divinity, but the average mortal, no.
If my guy lives through this,
But yeah, no. Houston, we have liftoff. Go for broke. Famiglia.
Oh. Oh?
Yeah, that's what full send means.
Alright, alright. So, after Yeli's throwing thing, she's going to, like, look up to, Tanya. And, she's going to change seasons from her normal, like, down... Like, from her normal, like, down and out autumn that she's pretty much always been to a, very bright, like, spring.
Magical girl transformation! Wow!
And she's gonna stand up and just reach out for Titania's hands. And just sort of, like, grab it in her own. just take a deep breath. Just
Just
even I need to be aware for this.
Oh no, you're sober.
And she's just going to ask for her queen's blessing.
like the stamina blessing, or are we talking
Yeah.
something different here?
Like the stamina blessing.
So you can go full key unlock.
Yes.
And Titania will look down at you. Her face still just like glazed over, lacking color. Just like she's not here at the moment. But you feel her finger in her hand, and you just feel her nail just do something. It's like drawing something on your wrist. And her face, her voice unresponsive, but as she lets go of your hand, she just goes, well, fat hand. And you feel her give you her blessing as her arms kind of just slump back to her sides. Still standing there. She's on a whole nother fucking plane of reality right now.
With that, I will cast haste on myself,
Yes.
giving me a second action and doubling my movement speed for, I believe it's a minute. Yep, 1 minute. Speed is doubled, +2 to AC, dexterity, and additional action. Alright. So, let me bump that. Oh. And then I am going to use that action this turn. Well, first, I'm going to look at this, paladin, and I'm going to have him give me his longsword.
Okay. I'll allow it. I like what's cooking up here.
And I will use 4 key points. But, well, before I do that, I will use 4 key points to use empty body to become invisible. But before I do, I'm just going to look at Shaken.
Shaken bacon.
Shaken stirred.
Shaken, not stirred. Get it right.
Shaken, not blurred.
I'm just going to look and just protect her.
Protect her or attack her?
So, like...
Protect her, as in, like...
Oh, protect. I heard attack, and I was like, I could, like, do a lot better. I was not attacking more. He gives you, like, a thumbs up and, like, says something inspiring. That if you
I'm
expect me
saying
to
something inspiring.
Yeah, if you expect me on the spot, you're funny.
Oops.
Go get her, tiger!
No, it's not inspiring, it's cliche.
I believe! I believe in the you that believes in me, that believes in you,
Oh my God,
that
can I do
believes
that?
in me.
Alright, and so, and I will just move past. everyone. And, I mean, that's technically my turn. It's just all of that getting ready.
Yeah, no, I like what you pitched. I'm allowing you to do it.
Alright, would you like me to continue?
I would like you to continue.
Alright, so, longsword in hand, completely untraceable. Where exactly is,
The lady soon.
like, which square would you say? Or is it all of them?
No, she's medium-sized. She's just standing in the middle. What happened to Jay? Or was that Chikeke?
No, that was JJ.
That was to JJ Abrams.
With no Y.
She might have had to go get dinner.
No, she's kind of just standing in the middle of the 4 squares.
Alright. And so I will go up to her, and I will make 4 attacks. This fucking sword. All at advantage.
No, yeah, go for it.
And I will try to stunning strike.
Roll all of your damages.
Alright, so actually, let me add... so let me try... stunning strike.
Oh, I'm reading the 0, like, how did you roll a 0?
Well,
Well, you hit her, but she doesn't seem stunned. More confused on where the hell the attack just came from. And why there's also a sword gash inside her. Like I said, go for your rush.
alright.
Unleash the full fury. Go for it
All
all
right.
and total the numbers.
Alright, 27.
Yeah, no, you hit. You're invisible, you're untraceable, she can't find you. Just roll your... Roll.
21. 25. God damn it, 34. That's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh.
Booming blade. Unarmed strike. With a flurry of blows. 22?
Keep going.
Alright. Booming blade.
I'll tell you when you can stop.
Unarmed strike. 10. And that's all the attacks I have.
What is the absolute total of what you've just done?
And then I'm going to move over to the side. So that is
Still invisible?
still invisible. It lasts for a minute.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. So that is 25, 23, so that's 47. 47, 50, 60. 87. 87 plus 16, so that'd be 90. 103. 114. 129. 139 damage.
139 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And last confirmation, nothing else to stack on top of that?
I mean, you know what?
Dinner.
Dinner?
Yeah, Jade went to go get dinner.
Ah, okay.
Um,
Devember.
and I'm going to try a stunning strike on each one of those attacks that hit. Which is all of them.
Gotta make sure.
So yeah, no stun there.
On
But-
any of them?
Wow.
No save. I assume she just can't be stunned.
Yeah.
I would have done it anyway.
Yeah, no. Wasn't gonna soil your fun by telling you that.
Yeah, no, I figured as much, but like, this is part combat, part RP. So
Yeah.
I was gonna try.
Exactly. So, with a flurry of blows
Haha.
and slashes, you cut and beat the ever-loving crap out of the unexpected and unaware god, basically turning her into a ragdoll for the duration of your attacks. And as you look over to her, the golden yellow ichor dripping from her wounds and bruises, she kind of just like looks around because she doesn't know where you are, and she just shakily reaches for a small mirror and just looks into it, and her eyes just start twitching as she kind of just starts like reaching up to her bruised face, cuts on her cheek, and she just crushes the mirror in her hand and drops the pieces to the floor. And while that goes on, Titania kind of just drone walks over to Shakalin and picks
Okay.
up your wrist and just starts drawing a little nothing. You don't see anything. She's just running her nail around the inside of your wrist, and then she kind of just drops it.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if I understand what just happened?
Go ahead.
Man, really hope I don't throw up. Or cough up water. Or cough up blood.
Don't worry, it's not that bad. My character's done both of those things.
Please make me nervous, man.
You immediately start upchucking. Violently, you fly into the ceiling, out of the scene, on a jet of your own no.
And you come back down as your own meteor swarm.
Storm of puke.
Oh, that's gross.
Meteor vomit.
Oh, what do I
Anyway,
see?
you see
Or no?
nothing on your wrist.
I meant to say no. What do I know?
But you don't quite understand whatever magic she did do. It's a little too old for your blood, for your understanding.
Yeah,
Boomer magic.
Stuff is the head is magic.
Yeah. Now you're the head of magic, which is why this is puzzling you. It's why you even are able to detect it in the first place. You've just never known a magic this arcane. Like, there's the arcane, there's the occult, there's the celestial stuff, there's even the elemental shit, and this seems to be in the vein of astral, but it's like it's stretching a little too far back.
So Kaylin, put the pin in asking questions, as now is not the time.
Yeah. And,
So what effects did you get?
And well, that's what you don't know. You know something's been done. Your expertise has gotten you to that point, but without confirmation, you're just not sure. And as you're trying to figure this out, you just feel two arms wrap around you, and you just see Titania hugging you, and
You
she
like-
just whispers into your ear, "I will always love you, my children."
That's a death flag if I've ever heard one. He, like, awkwardly pats her on the head, and he's like, fuck, inside. And he's like, I shouldn't ask her, you okay? No, he asks, what does that mean? Because I need clarification. Now is not the time for death talk.
And she kind of looks at you, her eyes back in, to their normal, no more dinner plate eyes. No more terracotta eyes.
No, the time for crying has passed.
If you gave him like 2 actions, that'd be fantastic, but that's just me.
And she just kind of cracks a small smile at you.
I wouldn't be queen of the Fae if I always told you what I mean. Now would I?
True, they are notorious assholes.
Given the situation, I feel like that's not something we should stand on. But
Are you saying that in character, or is that...
No, what he actually says, he's like, given the circumstances, a bit of clarity would be fantastic.
Yeah, well, she doesn't continue to answer you.
Fucking
Meanwhile, they are known to be a little bit of assholes.
Alright, but what effects does he get from that? So I know if that changes anything.
Nothing that you get to know right now.
Alright, okay, fine. It works. Alright, let's see. I was told to protect her.
Some spells have to,
Be cast.
some spell cards have to be face down until their effect is activated. These are the rules of Poker Man.
Ooh, she gave you pot of greed.
Point of inspiration!
Alright. I already had advantage on these things, though.
Yeah.
Too bad!
Alright, let's see. Sorry, there's just quite a bit I can do. If you guys want me to regenerate the king, because I can do that. I can give him back a body. 2 minutes. All it takes.
Shay, we don't have 2 minutes.
No, you're right. Fine, I'll like Oh, what I was gonna ask is, would you like a level 2 challenge rating to help us fight?
That sounds worthless.
I mean, considering that I can't really walk all that. Oh, one thing I do have to ask. My guy's still flying on his broom. Can he step off and walk his actual walk speed? Without
Sure! Again, this entire time I've been figuring at some point you've been getting off the damn broom and not just, Harry
You're
Pottering
not off.
around.
Nah, you got a skateboard on it. Whoa!
Yeah, so his walk speed is only 30. He had no reason to ever get off this thing.
Just have a higher walk speed, forehead.
Not everyone can just do that,
Yeah,
okay?
In
Yeah,
all of
it's a
your
monk.
years of life, you never tried to power walk? Man, you really are a workaholic.
Yeah, no, he's been too busy being locked up in the room. Not, quite actually, but still. Alright, let's see. How are you on health, Rebel?
Full, pretty much.
Oh. Let's see. That's not what I want. She has, like, resistance to my spells, I'm trying to figure out.
That doesn't have resistance to me.
Yeah, because you, like, throw hands. I don't do that.
Cast throw hands.
I'm too far away, because I thought
Cast
about
it
that.
anyway.
Well, actually, hold on. Let's see. What does Shalay do? Alright. I'm just trying to see which is better, because, let's see. I can make her fall prone? Is that helpful? Potentially, at least? You hear me, Rebel?
What happened?
I can potentially make her fall prone. Is that helpful?
Sure. I mean, if you do an area of effect thing, it will probably not affect me because I have evasion and I get advantage on dex saves.
Right.
So if you wanna, like, I don't know, blast a homie with a snowstorm, or a few more meteors.
I can't. That was my only level 9 spell slot. But I can reverse gravity.
Oh, cool. Then I can really be Rock Lee.
Do you want? Okay, so I can reverse gravity, or I can also trap her in a wall of thorns. Which is better for you, fam?
What does reverse gravity do? Hit me
well-
with the spell card.
Rob.
Is the ceiling 100 feet up?
I would say, yeah. Probably higher.
Oh, then she does not hit the ceiling. She just free floats.
Yeah. It's literally just a giant fan that blows everything upwards.
It's
Yeah,
just
so
the anti-gravity soda from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
So, which do you want? Wall of Thorns or?
That Wall of Thorns seems pretty good.
Yeah. Also, I can cast it from where I'm standing.
Yeah, go for Wall of Thorns.
Alright, so my guy does Wall of... Yes, I'm casting it at 6th level. What the fuck?
Not cast it at the first level.
The dex save, this would be the damage, do you have to roll? Yeah, this would be the damage if they fail to save.
A wall up to 6 feet
So I'm thinking I can make it in a circular shape, that I just do this. What do you think?
I think
I can choose
so
the
much
length.
better at drawing with a mouse than I am.
You saw those shitty circles and X's I made? Don't even, Pam, but thank you.
That's the thing though, is doesn't it have to be, if the circle's going to be 20 foot diameter? Ho-ho. Nah, close enough. Well, I guess it would be like more to here, but I see what you're going
But yeah,
for.
do you see, I was asking, is that, like, shape okay?
Yeah, that's fine. The only problem is that she would have to
Make a save.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I can jump over it.
I mean, that's fine.
No, that means I don't have to go through it.
Alright, you gotta make a save, though, Gordo.
We'll say, for argument's sake, that she's distracted and she fails.
Oh, cool, she takes
Alright, so
33
that's the
piercing.
33 damage of magical piercing.
Okay,
Of thorns.
I am going to bonus action. Hold on, before I commit to this, I just need to check which one's better. I don't see the need to wild shape right now.
Become wild, become shape.
Yeah, and while I'd love to have a familiar, again, it's not gonna help me right now.
Don't you have infinite wild shapes though?
Yeah, I do, but it takes an action.
True.
So, there's just not time right now. And also, what would they do?
Be cute.
Huh?
Be cute.
Yeah, but that's a waste of an action. Is this a concentration spell? Because that actually might be worth it. Yes, it's a concentration spell. So, instead of healing, I will turn into my dragon constellation to ensure that the concentration isn't broken. Alright. That is the end of my turn.
That's the end of your turn?
Yeah, because I don't have any item interactions I can do. I make sure Fluffball is securely safe in my bag of holding. Then I end my turn with 2 face downs.
Alright. And Eddie, you said you had evasion, right?
I do.
Alright. So you're close enough, Eddie. Failing would be able to see this.
Mm-hmm.
Ow.
Oh, don't get hurt.
Don't get hurt, Forthead. Where'd my train of thought go? Come back here! Come back to the station!
Eddie,
Come back!
I assume it's going to be a saving throw.
Well, no, not necessarily.
Oh.
Well,
You're...
depends.
So, from what you see, Soon just kind of like looks up, and you can't hear her from her mumbling, but you can read her lips, and you just hear, hear, of course, you know, that thing that you're not doing, but you see through the vines, she's just mouthing to herself like, how dare they, my face, my hair, how dare. If you want something done right, you do it yourself.
And this is where we die.
And from just thin air, golden braids form in the air, and a thick bow starts to form off the braids, creating a literal radiant bow. And she just grabs it, draws it back, and you notice the angle of attack is not at you, not off, but straight across the court, aiming directly at the wall of thorns in front of her.
I leap into action.
Yeah, you could go and move. You don't have actions to do anything with, but you are in limit break mode.
Yeah, I want to move in the way of it. Even if she doesn't know I'm there. I want to fucking get down, Miss President.
So, you jump in the way?
Yeah, I want to jump in the way and try and body block it.
Yeah, talk about a day to not use the star map.
Alright. So, as you jump in the way to get in front of it, Shakalin, perception, please, if you would.
Alright. Wait, no, actually, hold on, I just used, Starry Form. That's intelligence. I have an advantage on intelligence.
I thought you just went into dragon form.
Yeah, that's part of her story form.
Oh.
Yeah, so I have advantage, because that's a wisdom thing. So it's 17, not 12.
You have advantage?
Yep.
What was the last thing you were looking at before you made the perception?
Probably the queen?
Still the
the
queen?
thing on your hand.
Oh, no, he'd probably be looking at the wall of thorns if he gets to concentrate on that.
Oh. So, looking at the wall of thorns, you turn back to the queen, and she's just staring at you, smiling. And you just see her lift up her hand, and all you hear is, God damn it, hot room.
All you hear is, God damn it, what did I do?
No, you just hear,
Would you like me to do it?
yes, please. And she disappears.
Okay.
The mistiest of steps.
Yep. And, Fei Ling, roll me perception.
Alright. Not drunk perception. Woo!
Oh,
Holy shit.
God damn! Tasty!
My character's scary when they're sober.
You're standing there, ready to take this blast for queen, for people, for country, and you see a second shadow just appear behind Soon.
snaps her neck.
As you just watch,
Nothing personnel.
as you just watch her whole lock, all of Soon's hair just get grabbed from the bottom, lifted up, and just a knife runs through Soon's hair. And all the building just slices her hair short. And all of the other angels' hairs go to tans, blondes, browns, no longer the golden radiant locks they once were. And you think, my god, we did it, as the radiant energy Soon was building dissipates. And soon...
I don't.
Like
I'm
that?
still ready to
About?
kill her.
Oh, you're still
Yeah.
worried about Killer?
I'm still willing to kill her.
Fair enough. But the radiant energy dissipates, and you can see better. Titania's standing behind her, but she's not looking at Soon. She's just looking at you and smiling. As Soon screams, whips around, grabs Titania's face, and your heart sinks. As she obliterates Titania.
Again, I can fix the problem with your husband. It's
No,
not-
I think this obliteration is much like what happened earlier.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that the husband thing was not much of a problem. This is a big problem.
You think
Just fuck up my concentration.
there was only a head, and
Yeah,
soon
again.
would know if her husband could be brought back.
Stop, yeah, he could. I have regenerate. If there was a body, that'd be fine. If there wasn't, also fine. It doesn't say
Not
that
if the
when-
not if the body was obliterated.
He's got a head. I'm not seeing a
No,
problem.
Deshay, these things are in, like, hyper death mode.
You
There's
you
a body
remember-
part to fix.
hold on. You remember when death came for the body, like the remains of the body that
Yeah.
Samson had,
Yeah,
and how she needed the rest of the body to get the whole soul?
yeah.
A soul, a fragment of a soul isn't a soul. It's just energy. You can
Why?
you can put the pieces together, and then you get the soul again.
True regenerate?
But it's like
No,
a magic
true
mirror. If you break one of the pieces completely, the mirror's gone.
True resurrection, fam. 200 years.
They're dead.
You get what I'm saying, right, Eddie?
I
You're
do.
trying to
Stop,
permadeath
stop
him.
trying to metagame them back to life, Shay.
I'm not
They're gone.
what I
They are
think.
gone.
She
They're dead.
is just
they are,
in.
They have been.
She's
they
so
have
in
been
fall.
removed from play.
She is
not
so
sent
in
to the
fall right
monster
now.
graveyard.
It's okay. She's in fall. She's trying to rationalize it with it. 5 stages of grief. Well, might be 7.
He's stuck on bargaining.
Might be 7. I don't know where metagaming falls into the 5 stages. Maybe 6 or 7.
That's what bartering is. Metagaming. It's bartering 2.5.
And with that, Soon, in a wild rage, pulls back her bow again, brings it back, but this time it's flickering in and out. Clearly drained of a lot of energy. And make a move.
I will leap over this wall of thorns and continue my mad flurry on her.
Do you have actions to do that mad flurry with?
Well, you said make a move, so I assumed we were back to our turn.
No.
Then no.
That is my L. I did not say. I basically meant, do you want to do something? Besides, English is hard when you're talking about.
Yes. I would like to
do an RP. There we go. There's some D&D words in English that aren't confused with other shit.
Like,
I want to move forward because I still have movement.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to get right to where this bow is and right to where this string is. Like the tip, obvious. I assume she's holding it sideways because it's fucking huge, and is drawing it like a whole arm span.
It's like a longbow, yeah.
Yeah. So I just want to put my hand where the tip of the arrow is.
And she kind of just looks at you.
Without knowing I'm there.
Well, yeah, you're right. You're invisible.
Arrow.
So,
she can feel it.
Yeah, she kind of sees the latent radiant energy loosely reflecting off of where you are. And she just looks at you and goes, "Finally, a dog chooses its own death." And she lets go of the arrow. And the last thing you or Shakalan see is blinding, massive energy that rips across the chamber. And you black out.
This doesn't count as a as a ranged thing, does it?
This counts as more like an beam of obliteration, but you black out. I hope you get what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
You're knocked unconscious.
I was hoping this might be a palpable thing, so I could fucking redirect that shit back at her, fucking redirect the lightning.
Nah, you are in fact pushed with it. Both of you are.
Okay. So,
But
I assume also the palindromes?
They're caught in it. They're obliterating. The angels are obliterating.
Literally every... Oh, no, I muted.
No, you're not. I can hear you.
No, I muted everything I could hear.
Yeah. Oh, you deafened by accident.
In a weird
I
twist of...
assume that
Yeah.
literally everything in this green and red is just gone.
Oh yeah, no, it's literally just goodbye.
I feel bad for this homie who's at full health, has all his spell slots, and he's just watched everyone get obliterated.
Okay, so also, quick thing. My guy, my dude is going to try to catch Mei Ling.
Oh, you're in it too! No, it's the...
Yeah, I know, but she gets the blast first, and so his last thing is I'll try to catch her.
Okay.
That's it. I think it's just that's it.
Yeah, well, okay, so I was gonna ask, can I bonus action go into a polar bear to try to like lessen the blast.
It's so much bigger and more powerful than you, it's not gonna make a lick of difference.
No,
I
it's for
appreciate
my
the
own
creativity,
benefit.
but we're
Benefit
stuck.
only.
We are stuck on bargaining.
No, that's not to lessen the blast, to lessen the impact Myling gets from smacking into
What?
Jacqueline.
Whatever's going to be there will not be there. I
Let my guy
Blackout.
catch your girl.
we
Oh,
die
whoa!
together. We die together.
Oh man, Pinkerton, I hope he's okay.
Pinkerton?
Yeah.
The intern.
No, Jacqueline's other friend.
Yeah, the intern.
Come on, intern, he's his assistant.
1 second, he's an intern. The next, he's assistant.
No, I never said he was an intern.
I did,
There
it's
are
funnier.
interns. It's just not Pinkerton.
But
All right.
All right, scenery change.
yeah.
Music
But,
change.
So,
When we wake up, do we get our abilities and stuff back?
If we wake up.
well, that's the thing. We still got a little bit more to do.
Okay.
I let the combat drag out a little long, but I also want to get to,
The climax.
also I want to get to making up Star Wars, because we didn't do that because it was Mother's Day yesterday.
Oh, yeah, so you want to get to your own thing.
Yes, but we could.
Well, let's get going.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, I could probably give it another half
Let's
hour.
get going.
Oh, yeah, I'll give it another half hour and see where we
Yeah.
get. Hey, shush you. First
Shush.
off, is there anything you guys want to say or think about to yourselves in the depths of your own subconscious?
Today
Yes.
fucking sucks.
I assume that it's very bright white.
Yeah, I should have said you white out instead of blackout, but blackout was the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah. I'm used to blackouts, but not many whiteouts.
Yeah.
And Miali, I guess since this would be like the first time of like clear thought she's had in a long time,
In literal years.
literal like probably a century. And it's just like an internal calm, and the only thing that she can like remember besides the faces of like a lot of her loved ones, like the king and the queen, her old dwarven friends, that she'd go drinking with back then, a lot of the parties that have come and gone that she's adventured with in the world, and the very last face she ends up seeing is her old Aarakocra master, who taught her martial arts in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just going to, like, see him and hold back the tears. And just give him a big ol' smile. And be like, I've done all I could for those left to live their lives. Just as you taught me. And we'll just like, I guess just sort of meditate.
You deserve a rest.
In whatever white void space this is. I assume if it's like the insides of her head, like
Yeah.
these people are more than just like ghosts. They're kind of little
Your memory.
gestalts that are there.
Memories.
Yeah, like a figment made of memories of someone, and she's just gonna be sitting like across from her master, and just meditating
Fair enough.
on everything that's happened
Okay.
in her long and short life.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom really, really quick. Keep a pin in that. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yours is a bit more heartfelt than what I was going for. Well, gonna go for. I feel like I'm gonna kill the mood again.
I'm actually getting a little emotional over this.
Yeah, here. It's not funny, but I laughed. A tissue, fam? I have a tissue.
By the way, by the time the tissue gets here, I won't need it.
You're right.
I appreciate your your offer though.
I really do have a box of tissues though. Hopefully. Also, the music is on point.
Mm-hmm. It really makes you feel like you're dying. And so we give this song a 4 out of 5.
Again, yours is a bit more heartfelt than mine. So this music doesn't hit as hard for me.
I guess it's a good thing I went first then.
Yeah. Man, so glad I put on this robe, because if my armor class had been any lower, I would have died so much quicker.
Trust me, high AC doesn't
Meanwhile-
translate into not dying very quickly.
No, well, also, like, almost every time Lordo was attacking my guy, he was hitting, like, almost 20.
Yeah, I feel like I got crit 3 times in that combat.
Yeah, no, my dude has 163 health. Like, When when the entire field started attacking my character, I was like, I'm probably gonna die really soon. Before that last small army attacked, my dude had 32 health.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Where were?
Rebel
Miali just
heartfelt.
had a very heartfelt reunion with some people that she's left behind.
And that ended with her,
Her
just meditating.
her meditating with her master in this white void after just admitting that she's done all she could.
Anything else?
Yeah. Mine is not as heartfelt as that.
I mean,
I'm gonna
from
let-
me, no.
Okay. Shakalin.
Okay, so my guy thinks today sucked a lot. I should have made a better habit of using the star map.
I should
To
have gone
explain
on
why,
vacation
like,
before today.
Yeah. It reads the omens of the day that you'll have. He's like, I could have been better prepared, and that's on me. And then he thinks back to like the student who gave him the phoenix, and like other students who have given him like weird trinkets and stuff, and his assistant. I didn't finish filing with Pankerton, and now he's gonna have so much work if he lived through all this. And then he thinks back to his mom and his dad. His mom, when she like first made the magic uh, academy, whatever, the thing it is today, and how he hopes that whoever follows in his footsteps can be half as great as she was. And then he's like, man, I just needed more time to do better. That's it.
Alright.
He's just like, I need more time. Never enough time.
So, as both of you come to reach your own conclusions about what had happened and how you'll deal with it, you're kind of drawn back by the sound of a voice, and it seems distant. Not like it's talking to you. But, roll me a perception with advantage.
Alright. 31.
So
Does a
at
30
first-
pack?
Yeah. So at first you can't really hear who it is, but the white's starting to become less bright and flicker a little bit more. But as it becomes clear, it's itching you. You heard that voice before. You know it. But you
Is it
can't
Pinkerton?
place it. And as both of you kind of slowly start to open your eyes, your senses start to return. Hearing first, then sight as you blink a little, and you're just staring up at the trees. And the next is smell. And on the breeze of the wind, you can smell burning wood, grasses, the smell of a forest fire. But you don't feel heat. And as the voice becomes a little clearer, you hear it off in the distance. And you just hear, I was wrong. There's two. Two are left alive. And do you sit up, take stock of your surroundings? What do you do?
I leap to my feet with a backflip.
I slowly sit up and do two things. One, cast wild shape and get back my owl.
And I immediately take a fighting stance. I assume I still have the sword.
The sword would have been burnt.
Destroyed.
Yeah, destroyed. Not burnt away, but
Oh
destroyed.
no, I'm left without a weapon. Whatever will I do?
Whatever will this monk do without a sword?
I don't know.
What's the second thing Shikaelin does?
Pulls out a star map and looks at it. So now, whenever, because I figured that's a rest. Is that a long rest? Actually, that's important to this. It's important to this.
Well, take stock of your surroundings, I guess.
Only gets up from a near-death experience.
Wants to fucking see the horoscope.
Is that a long rest? I need to check my horoscope. What it say on Gemini?
I can only do it after a long rest. If it's not a long rest, he doesn't do it. But if it is, he does.
It's not 8 hours or whatever. 4 hours.
Okay, then he will look around and also double check the phoenix egg is okay. That's the second thing he does.
Oh, the phoenix was obliterated.
That's a
What?
phoenix.
He doesn't have any of the stuff on him?
The phoenix is a separate entity.
No, but it was in the bag of holding. That's what I was saying.
Was it in the bag of holding? Because you never said it was in the bag of
I
holding.
did. I said he puts the phoenix egg in the bag of holding a while ago.
Did
Because he
you?
didn't want to get hurt.
Can you confirm that? Because I look genuinely. Maybe she cut out. I never remember hearing that.
I think so. When basically, I think it was around when I started vomiting.
Yeah, it was sometime around then.
Alright, I'll put it in good faith.
Oh no. I need that.
Yeah, because if his bag of holding is still there, the phoenix egg should be fine.
Yeah. Alright, I'll trust it.
Alright, so he's got like a sigh of relief. Also, he will look to the person who spoke.
Yeah, I'll also look to whoever spoke.
So, you notice that you are in the very much now destroyed
Court.
back court behind where the throne. You were pushed through the back wall many feet. And off in the distance where the front entrance is, you see the little girl bounding around trying to look for something. As
The little girl we met earlier.
yes.
Like Gucci fam. Man, I really wish
And-
that's something to say, but it's not.
She's trying to look around and pinpoint exactly where these two Eladrin should be. But everything's so filled with just death and obliteration that it's very hard for her to pinpoint anything. And, you know, she's a child. She does her job, but only so well.
So by pinpoint, do you mean like us?
I don't know, do I?
Again, we can't answer that, fam.
I mean like I did like a backflip and everything. I feel like I would have gotten attention. So I'm going to,
An owl.
I guess, walk over.
Yeah, so you walk the good 100 feet through what remains of the central garden.
Which, like, I do in, like, no time at all.
Yeah,
Fast as fuck, boy!
Fast as fuck, boy. I'm surprised
Yeah,
you're not blue. And a hedgehog.
I mean, I did grab a longsword and become a Knight of Wind.
Yeah, his broom is
I hate that I
gone,
understand
so
that
my guy
reference.
actually has to walk.
I need you to stop.
All I heard before was keep going.
Yeah,
Anyway,
my
go
dude
on.
will follow you, but not as fast, honestly. He lost his broom of flying.
So, yeah, no. You get up, and do you just walk through, straight through the giant hole in the wall?
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Also, I'd like to do an Arcana check.
ahead, do an Arcana check.
Oh, great.
Anything particular you're looking for?
Signs of Eladrin life.
Signs of Eladrin life?
Yeah, they're magic, huh?
There is nothing.
Ah, dang.
Not a fucking soul.
Distressing.
Anything else you want to check with that check?
The general magic of the area, then?
I'll give you one with and one for free. You try to check the general magic of the area, and you notice a distinct lack of the Tree of Magic Yggdrasil. It should be there. It's, for some reason, now gone.
Oh shit, his house.
Yeah. And then you try to turn your attention towards the chamber, and you immediately start vomiting as a pure feeling of malice and rage wash over you.
There it is!
There it is!
3 for 4!
Alright, so I guess I'll go up to whichever figures are like looking over everything.
And as you get closer, you just hear the rapid footsteps of someone barefoot.
The pitter patter.
Not pitter patter, like a longer gait and stride.
Ah.
And as you start to come to the room, you see the little girl kind of stop. And she's not looking at you, she's looking down, and she just looks over her shoulder and she just starts shaking her head. And the stride starts to slow down and stop. Do you come into full view?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
And as you come into full view, you see the tiny little girl, and now the mysterious man who you have heard called Zanzibar, his hood down for the first time ever, and he's just giving 1,000-yard stare. Just a straight face. No anger, no happiness, no joy, no sadness. Just completely lacking any emotion. It's almost unsettling how a face could just have that much zero read.
It's uncanny.
Yeah, it's just... Yeah, that's a good descriptor. It's uncanny. It's just unnerving.
My god, it's enough for sure.
I call out to them as I look through the hole. They're on the other side of the gaping hole, right?
Yes, they're inside the court.
Okay, then I'll go over to them and I'll look at them. And just, I'll just go up to them, really.
Hey, yo, homie, you want some water?
And without moving his head or much of anything, you'll notice the entire time his eyes just are following you as you draw closer.
Freaky.
Hello, friend.
I'm not your friend.
Where is Titania and where is Oberon?
Well, his head was on that.
And she's just going to look down and like, you know when someone just sort of has to like grasp at their forearms just as a method to like hold themselves? She's just gonna do that and just avoid like his gaze, and then just obliterated by the celestial Come.
And you're just gonna hear a little drop to the floor as, you know, death just falls into a heap. Do you look back up at Zanzibar?
Yeah, I'll steel myself and meet his gaze. After delivering that news.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
My guy is in the corner. I would also like to make a save.
22.
Go for it, yo.
35 was the number to beat.
Yeah,
Oh my
course
god.
I couldn't make that. I don't know why I rolled. I couldn't make that without it.
I didn't know.
Yeah, like neither of us
There's-
can make that save.
There's not a creature alive that could have made that.
Yeah.
Now I know.
Just the number, or
Yeah, I'll eat it. So what happens?
So you look up and you feel genuine fears. When you looked away, this individual had eyes and a face, and now there is just a gaping, toothless, black maw of an abyss in a very loose smile, and two just sunken dark holes that seem to go on to infinity where his eyes should have been. And you just feel utter malice and sickness and nausea.
it doesn't throw up. Oh, okay.
Probably just going to collapse to my knees and just dry heave, assuming I literally don't have anything left to throw up.
Yeah, you don't have anything left to really throw up. And you're just gonna feel you're going, not feel, hear him kind of walk towards you. And he's just gonna, like, kneel down. And you might be expecting that you're gonna get hit, you're gonna get smacked, maybe, you know, grabbed.
I fully accepting whatever happens.
And you feel long, aged fingers just run themselves through your hair. It's not your fault.
Like it though. Not even gonna lie.
I could do nothing.
Oh.
Is he asking who, like, as in who is the one that
Who is...
that did this?
Yeah, who is the one?
What was her name? Soul?
Soon.
Soul?
It's-
Saul?
It was soon.
Soon. Hmm.
How are you alive?
And after he asks that, I'm just gonna look at the hand that Titania, like, last touched. Before going into like limit break mode.
So my guy's gonna walk over and kind of explain. Look, I assume Queen Titania in her last moments cast some sort of, you said, I know, I have a feeling it's astral, but older or something?
Yes.
So he's like, I believe it was some old magic that was like astral, but I'm not sure, I've never encountered it before.
As he looks up at you, his face normal, but his pupils very, very constricted. To the point, like, they're more like dots in his eyes than pupils. He just takes a deep breath and clenches a fist. That stupid Faye. And he'll, stop patting Failing on the head and stand up and kind of just fold his arms under his robe, under the sleeves of his robe. That would be Umbra Infinitum, a charm I gave to both of them so that they wouldn't be obliterated. And yet she decided to use it on you instead. And I'm assuming from the stray hair cut Soon's head to stop her power, allowing her only to obliterate minor deities. As he kind of just reaches up with his hand and just, like that full hand clasp over face, but more like robotic, and like he's trying to hold back pure rage. How can someone so clever manage to both be so not wise and so unintelligent? Why did she always have to let her care for everyone get in the way of her own life?
So now the words of the queen kind of hit him, since he knows what that means now.
Wait, what exactly did she say?
She whispered to my guy that I love you all, my children, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I will always love you, my children.
Yeah. As she like hugged him, and he like awkwardly head patted. He's like, I don't understand why you're making this like last goodbye moment. We're winning, kind of. And so he will go from like fall to winter. And his platinum hair kind of like turns to like a faded out white.
I will go back from spring to autumn and stand up. What
His face doesn't show it though. He's really
does this mean for us?
And he kind of looks down at Death, and she's kind of looking like she's not feeling too well. How
There's
many
too much
more, Death? They're dying. They're all dying. I need you two to disappear, and I need you to disappear fast.
I didn't take teleport. Wait, no, I have plant teleport by plant. But that's not gonna work here. Wait. Quick question. So, my guy actually did, you said he lived in the Yggdrasil tree, because that's his, like, tower.
Yes, that would be where the Tower of Magic is. What?
I don't need to know where it is. It just needs to be magically attuned. And it was. Can I teleport back? And it fucking was. I just need another large plant.
Sure, do you want to try and run that plan by Zanzibar real quick?
I would recommend that. Recommended action. Ask the men.
I feel like I'm gonna get shot down so fast.
Well, that would just mean it was a bad idea.
Yeah. He's like... Funny situation.
I can't understand through all the laughing.
So, my dude heals himself, goes back to like his normal spring because it's a nice blonde, fall is platinum blonde, and it doesn't look as nice on him. And then he's like, the Yggdrasil, I have a link between that. Would that work?
The Yggdrasil is gone. They burnt it down. They killed it. Those vain, immature little children killed the largest source of magical living life that ever existed in the celestial plane for as long as I've seen it. That's why I came rushing back before reaching Salaria, because this one started having an actual panic attack. As he picks Death up off the floor and starts trying to coddle her.
Man,
I'm going to I'm going to gesture to Zanzibar to let me hold the baby.
It's Babu. I'll give him vodka. I know you won't.
He'll pass Death off. Besides, it doesn't matter where in the celestial plane you go, they're literally committing a genocide right now. If they find you, they're going to kill you.
I think I know where we can go.
Shoot, and then I'll shoot mine.
I also have past trace to give this more stealth.
I don't even know how to refer to them. But with their heads crammed so far up, and then she'll look and realize that she's holding the child, be like, so deep within their own ego. I believe that if we hide in the one place they would never think to look, due to their disgust for mortal life, we should be fine. I do believe that they tend to turn a blind eye to the material plane. Would you agree?
And he kind of rubs his chin. One place they'd never think to look. What if I one-up you? What if I make it the one place they can't look?
And by all means, if they can never find us, they can never wipe out the Eladrin. And in time...
I've got 2 plans for that. As he kind of splays his fingers, his semi-sharp nails looking like small daggers upon gangly, ancient branches. And he kind of just turns. And he goes to look like he's about to grab the air itself. But then he just starts pushing his fingers into it. And instead of going into the air, it seems to go through reality itself. And he kind of just starts pulling. And small cracks begin to form. And then you see it. The very mythical, the very untouched, and the very equally unknown astral plane, to which every bag of holding, every other pocket dimension is attached to. This is the one place a god is not strong enough to get to. This is the one place that they can't find something if you put it in there. And it is the one place that you have to know exactly what you're doing to pry your way into. A bag of holding is easy. A room in a pocket dimension? Much harder. But if you live a really long time, you start to learn how to bend the rules. You learn how to make magic wild. As he kind of looks at you with a very tricksy, almost fey-like smile. Like a pixie that's thinking of something very mischievous.
And then, so I assume Death has calmed down just a little bit.
Yeah, she's looking over. She's looking over her own shoulder towards the astral plane, and she's calming down a bit.
Our astral plane, our bags of holding won't make it in there, will they?
No, you leave those behind. Not unless you want to be caught in the explosion to end all explosions. I'm sure you're well aware what happens if you take two pocket dimensions and cross them.
I've seen it happen in my travels.
Yes, let me assure you, you don't want to attempt to put a pocket dimension back into its own womb. The effect is much more centered on you and the matter that makes up your body.
No, and she's gonna look at her hand again, and like hold it up to him as if it's supposed to mean something. Like, will these keep us from dying in the astral sea?
No. What I put on Titania and what she put onto you was a charm of sorts, good for one use. I'm assuming that's how they killed Oberon. They had to kill him twice. I'm not sure how, and I don't think I want to know how that fight ended up. He should have been more than capable of killing the pompous hairdresser.
So I know this is definitely not the time, but will Fluffball be okay?
Do you want to ask that? Or do you just want an answer?
Will
I really don't want to ask. Like,
if
he's
not
just
that
like-
I don't believe in you as an old friend, and I don't expect you to leave us to die in there, so how long do we hide out?
Until I figured out how to make a new Eladrin king and queen. Or at the very least, just a king. In the meantime, as he
And
kind of...
I take it that means more than us.
Do either one of you think you could lead an entire new civilization of Eladrin to divinity?
Couldn't even lead a group of children to have common smell. My guy actually just shakes his head.
I would like to say yes, to hold the memory of our late king and queen. But to think so and be unable to would be an even greater disgrace to their memory.
Yes, well,
I trust
can't
you.
say I disagree, nor do I expect you to trust me. However, two advisors are still very useful to a king or a queen who may not know how to wield their throne yet, don't you think?
Mm-hmm. I just hope we'll be able to see them before. And then she's gonna just look over to Shakayla and be like, before my time is up, and definitely before his.
I wouldn't worry about that. I think of these things as well. As he looks back towards the portal, and he kind of just snaps his fingers, and you see literally in the astral plane bits and pieces of raw magic and energy form together, and they quickly become stones and rocks, and then dirt, and then bits of grass pop up.
So
You need
I
something.
have a not self-centered question to ask
Mm-hmm.
for the first time in like 20 minutes. Also, I never got an answer on Fluffball. That is important to me as a person.
Fluffball will be okay.
Okay, that's fine. That's all I care about. No, there's more.
Full fall will return in Adventures Affinity War.
Yes. Okay, so, Ilgo, is there any part of Yggdrasil left? Like a branch or a seed? Anything?
I don't know. Unfortunately, I'm not omnipotent. I'm just very smart and sometimes very angry.
Shakalin kind of knows that. He's thrown up because of it. Whatever. Because he goes, if I were to have a seed, potentially with enough time, I might regrow Yggdrasil. At the very least.
I have never seen an Yggdrasil die. I've only ever known there to be one. And I watched that grow. I can tell you from personal experience, Yggdrasil didn't grow from a seed or a sapling. If it produces any now, that's from time and possibly evolution. But, if I'm right, magic will converge and create a new Yggdrasil. Maybe it'll create 2 or 3. You can't understand how magic will take its course, and you certainly can't understand how to force it to weave. That's why my favorite kind is referred to as wild magic. And that is the very magic that Yggdrasil produces. You can draw a lot of things from wild magic, but you cannot always control it. In any event, you shouldn't have to worry about food or drink, but there is water on that platform. I will seal it away in 2 substances. The first will be Eve. It is a physical construct of magic. It'll look weird, and everything will always look like a starry night sky inside this orb. But it will protect you from the outer layer, which will cease the astral plane's effects on you. That second one, if you are unfamiliar, is referred to as Adam. And it will prevent the passage of all magics. This includes even things that we don't often think as magic, such as time, and more particularly, space. I'm going to basically put you in a time capsule, and when I need you, I'll get you.
And we will be there.
Good. Now, I still have one particular Solaris to go confront. Although I think our meeting's going to turn out a little different this time.
Alright, before he goes. Oh. I don't need to cast guidance on what's his face, do I? Would it help?
Guidance?
What?
Yeah.
On Zanzibar? To give him a D4?
Here, have this D4. Maybe it'll give you advantage.
Okay, so before anything, I make a point to get lower, and I'll put Death down to her feet, and I'll take off my bag of holding. And I'll take a few things out of it. I'll take my decanter with me. Actually, no, I'll leave that in the bag. I'll take the brewer's supplies, my manual, and my tome. And I'll take out my alchemy jugs. And I'm going to go to Death and to be like, how is your stomach feeling?
and she'll kind of just look at you and give a thumbs up.
If you ever need something to help you calm down, and she'll hand her one of the alchemy jugs.
Way to get her. To be an
It'll
alcohol.
go. It's like, this is a special type of alchemy jug. It has fun little drinks in it, but I want you to remember that best use for these is sharing with those who are important to you. Whether it's people you meet for the first time, or people you wish to meet over and over and over again. And if you find anyone willing to share a drink with you and pick your brain, it might be good to consider them a friend. Because friends are important. And they'll help you any way they can. And she'll like sort of like redirect her look from Death to Zanzibar. And then back to Death is like, and then just hand her the book of the bag of holding is like, also take these. They're little knickknacks I've acquired in my days. You seem like you could use something right now. I certainly can't bring it along with me. Please do try to take care of it. Can you?
And she'll hold everything you gave her in her arms, and she'll just
It-
nod furiously.
It's just the bag of holding and the alchemy jugs. I have all the other stuff with me.
Fair enough. I still imagine like 2 or 3 alchemy jugs are filling her arms.
Oh no, I'm taking one of them with me. What the fuck?
Fair enough.
What the shit? What are you on? I'm gonna take both of them with me.
Because alchemy
I
jugs
have
are in
3.
pocket dimensions, right?
No, they just fabricate. They sort of did what I guess you could say they did what Zanzibar does. Well, did with the astral plane is it just kind of makes something out of magic.
Yeah.
Neat.
So it's not really a pocket dimension. It just kind of is like a spring of sorts. Because it has a limit per day.
Seeing that Myling is getting rid of some stuff, he empties out his bag of holding. Not that there's much in it. Also, I realized you can was his broom obliterated in the blast.
Probably.
Yeah, if it wasn't directly on him, it would have been obliterated.
So like my belt, my bag, and my amulet are all good.
Yeah, if it was directly on your body or attached to your body somehow.
It was in his hand.
Yeah, I assume the sword got obliterated because it was.
The sword got more just destroyed. Like, if it was
Yeah.
living, it was
'Cause what-
obliterated. If it was...
An
God,
object, it got destroyed.
Yeah, destroyed. I just use obliterated because it's... People
It
usually
works.
understand what obliterate means as opposed to saying something's destroyed.
I don't feel
like-
so good.
Yeah, if you tell somebody it got obliterated, then they're like, oh yeah, there's nothing left. Versus if you tell somebody it's destroyed, they might be liable to be like, well, can I pick up the pieces and start putting it back together?
Well, can
And
I cast
realized while
resurrection on it?
I realized as I was saying that it sounded like I was pointing a finger at Shay. I really wasn't.
No, well, I am. Haha.
I just realized, like, partway through, it's like, follow that up with your not pointing a finger at Shay.
No,
I
you're
got
fine.
true resurrection. That's fine, fam. It's dead. You're trying to revive a dead horse. No, true resurrection. No.
Always an option. But also,
Except for when it's not.
it's always an option.
Denial. We're in denial.
You'll get over it. So, my guy will give Death his own little trinket, and it's this funky crystal ball in the shape of a dove, worth 1,000 gold pieces.
1,000 gilded shekels.
Close enough.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it. He just like sets the bag of holding down. All of his stuff is kind of like attached to his person.
You walk
somewhere.
into your little garden.
After leaving her with everything, and I hand Shikalin the other alchemy jug.
He's gonna fucking need it.
And before anything, I'll go up to Death with mine, and I'll have her hold hers out. Just be like, cheers. Until we meet again, little one.
Okay. Then she'll just smile at you.
And like, I'll clink the bottles together.
So Shikalin will turn to Zanzibar, and he's like, hopefully, next time we meet, I can actually be of assistance.
Yes, hopefully.
I
have a feeling you'll have a lot of time to consider just what you'll do when you're finally out.
This is not the vacation he wanted.
But it's the vacation he deserved.
I don't want to say that I want revenge on them. Because that type of obsession is not what they died for. But
So,
it would go against everything of my person to let them continue doing this to whatever they deem unworthy. For the sake of those that live with their best lives, we're entrusting the future to you. The future of all Elegen. Thank you. And with that, she's going to walk into the little thingy.
yeah,
Alright.
Shikalin will give a bow. There's no need to follow up. And walk in with a bow.
So, you both go in,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and behind you, you will see the spheres start to form. The first layer being, very starry as described, with an almost golden tint to the starry night of the slick stone. And as the outer layer forms, which of course you cannot see through, you only see when they begin to join at where you entered from, that the other one is just as starry, but has a purple hue to it. And as you look back at Death in Zanzibar, she waves, and he stands there, still straight-faced as he was before, but looking back into the reality. You see that his own eyes, what were once the whites of his eyes, are now yellow irises, sat upon what looks to be the very fabric, the night sky itself, filled with stars and constellations. And with that, you are now closed in your own private garden.
You want to multi-class into druid and then multi-class into monk?
I was about to say, alright, your trading starts now, nerd!
Hyperbolic time chamber.
Same, bro. He's like,
I'm just imagining it's like little snapshots of your character like trying to do push-ups, and I'm just sitting sitting cross-legged on your back, just downing both alchemy jugs.
You're trying to like braid two strands of grass together, failing at it miserably.
And then on
But
the
there's still one more little sub scene.
On the opposite, you're like trying to teach me all this shit about plants and animals, and I'm just fucking
yeah, you
like.
see him like every time Mei Ling tries to drink, he's like, no drink, focus.
Just like goes to go for a drink and just throws like a piece of chalk or like a pebble at her head.
yeah.
But yeah,
We
no.
both.
Anyway, go on.
As Zanzibar sends the orb and just pushes it with his finger out into the sea, he closes the hole he tore open, much the same way that he opened it in the first place, but the order in reverse. And he looks at Death, and she looks up at him. So,
What do I do with this stuff?
so we're going back to Sanadia? Yes. As he puts his hood back up and he starts walking out of the court. But what are you going to tell her? I'm not. You're going to fight her? Most likely. And if I do, you are going to go somewhere where you will hide. But you already lost 2 friends today. I'm not in the mood for counting right now. When the sun sets and the moon is at its apex, then I'll count how many are dead. Until then, I am one very angry man.
Zanzibar.
Zanzibar? Yes, Death? Why does everyone keep giving me liquor to drink? Do people just give me liquor? I guess.
Yeah.
Should I expect it from every new person I meet?
God fucking damn it.
First
I
off,
suppose.
crystal, not alcohol.
I suppose. So, people give Death liquor because... But I suppose you could always think to drink your fear. You know what I say? Always do what you want, and never what others want from you. So, if I want to drink everything, then drink everything. They seem to want to keep giving it to you. Lord knows Saul tries to bury you under an ocean with wine. Life's fun. Kids say the darndest things. Then with that, they walk out of the court, and the scene draws to its final close.
I gave a whole fucking speech about how drinking with someone is like super cool and you should be friends, and they're like, duh, just drink all the wine. And that's the moral of story.
Well,
just drink all the wine.
You closed the... I don't know if you realized it, but you got your wish. You closed the loop.
I wanted to start the loop, though.
Well, you did start the loop. You got what you wanted, just not in the way you thought you'd get it.
True.
You didn't
I'm
teach
happy
her how
with
to
it.
drink, but you did cause her to drink everything that she's offered and more.
Yeah, I did do that.
You're the reason why she drinks Simpsons everything.
You know what? That's more than fine.
The important part is that he drinks.
Oh. I'm gonna stop the recording.